Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
The FBI is doing their investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And that is, of course, I don't get involved with that.
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning. Here.
I'm here to check that
Yeah, brother.
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing their investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And that is, of course, I don't get involved with that.
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, guys. A good morning to all of those who tune into the realest in the world, coming to you from Guyana. So, the president held a press conference yesterday. And I'm looking at a photo of media personnel here at the president's press conference. And I see Gordon Mosley, Kiana Wilburn, some other people. Yesterday, the news was, Stabrook News was not invited. Dutchie, I guess something. Let me get it for him. This is strange shit. Guys, bear with me. When I come. Oh shit. You say you need the for gas. Yeah. So yesterday, I have told you guys on several occasions the fact that Stabrook News is a Venezuelan agent. Stabrook News is paid for favorable stories by Mohammed. Azzedine Mohammed is Venezuelan puppet. This is not me researchers, not me evidence. This is the US authorities, Congress, men and women in the US signaling that Azzedine Mohammed is a Maduro puppet. Stabrook News, by extension, by their mannerisms and everything else, even if they were to carry me to court today, the proof is in the pudding. They're a Venezuelan agent. When you read Stabrook News, it's likely they're trying to infuse into your head what Venezuela wants you to think of whatever story they're talking about. So Stabrook News said they weren't invited. Nobody called them. That was the big issue. Just now I get a gut-wrenching feeling. This is no joke. I get a gut-wrenching feeling because I go over talk about the president held a press conference, not knowing how big it is. Everybody was invited. The press point person for the president went and said she called Starbrook News, she emailed Starbrook News. You know who she didn't call and she didn't email? She didn't call and email me. And look here. Kiana Wilburn, Garden Mosley, yes, and people who even favorable to. They got one people. I see somebody wear green down at the back there. This looks like this is who. Everybody, I was not invited. I didn't receive a call, and I didn't get the email. When I even realized that, well, it's such a big thing, I want to know what Starbrook News, why Starbrook News lie. They lie. The press point person came out and said, I have called, email, invited Starbrook News. But Starbrook News would make it out through its head, Anand Prasad, who has direct, long-time past connections to the Mohammeds. It's all about connections, who know who. Starbrook News are Venezuelan agents. Be careful what you read. Simple. If you're a Venezuelan, if you have Venezuelan sentiments, and you're Guyanese and you think Essequibo belongs to Venezuela, well, you could read Starbrook News, but if you don't, you shouldn't be reading Starbrook News. The Venezuelans have infiltrated local media and now parliament. It's worrying. What's more worrying? Starbrook News crying. They weren't. I was not invited neither. Not via the Break News email address or not via phone call. I haven't received any phone call to the effect. And I could tell you, the young lady was do the calling and all them thing that I have her number. Sing Senior Super. Yesterday, plenty missed calls, yesterday. 7:41 missed call start. Bam, 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 bam. I ain't received no call. So I too wasn't invited. I don't know who I got connections with make the president exclude me from the press conference, because what you got here, right? You got a full house, but I was excluded. Well, and Starbrook News claimed that. But did you get the message? Did you get the president's message? Can you be happy for the residents of Georgetown? Like me, I just realized I wasn't invited. I come for talk about Starbrook News saying they wasn't invited. And I actually wasn't invited. So you can imagine how I feel. But outside of me ego and me feelings, did you hear what the president said? Do you know what the announcements were about? Me and see what the president said. I see in some groups people talking about dictatorship in full swing. In one group, somebody mentioned dictatorship in full swing. And I realize you could know from the negativity of the comment of your opponent how impactful your message was. That's why, y'all know. It's now people say, Critic, you're doing a good job. People might just like me here. People might just like my former speech. A lady called me last night and tell me, Critic, I like when you cuss. I like how you discuss. How I discuss. How can you measure a good job from the level of my sarcasm and foul language? Except I like hearing my own name. I got to measure the success of what I do. Remember, I'm pushing back at something here. Each and every action has a similar reaction. So I'm pushing at something here. I'm pushing at stupidity. I'm pushing at ignorance. I'm highlighting secrets. How do you know that I'm doing a good job? Well, the only way you could know if I'm doing a good job is you gotta see the negative comments. Because it is negativity that I'm trying to eradicate. When somebody says, Critic, you're doing a good job, how good of a job am I doing? How has it affected you? You came on this morning predisposed to liking me. When you said good morning, Mr. Critic, you came on this morning predisposed to liking me. You can't hate me if you wanted to, because you came to like me. My objective is not you. You are here. We are here together. The objective is the negative ones that we plan to eradicate, the negative, wrong message that is in their mind. So I come on. I tell you my story. Our story, our costs, our views, and you say, Critic, we love the job. What part of it? The cost, the views, the message from the president, what part of it? But somebody called, you and the government want to take over the tongue. I don't know you. That got to them. They ain't like that. They can't handle it. Y'all trying to take over the tongue? Yes, the taking over the tongue has a direct effect in them, because they know the positivity that will come from that, how people will be affected, and how in 2030 the government will sweep and take the last remnants of PNC supporters. They will take them away. That is how you measure. Not by PVP people telling me, yes, you're doing a good job. I am not here for entertainment, but people are entertained as a result of what I do. Granny come, little chick, everybody come. It's a hyper. Now Starbrook News is saying that they were not. Who the fudge is Starbrook News? Who the fudge is Starbrook News? Starbrook News has over it. Now you imagine the president putting precedents to invite you. What have you done other than try to pull down the president? Create confusion in the country. You see anybody inviting Maduro into Guyana? Why are people still reading Starbrook News? What is the importance about Starbrook News? You don't have to invite Maduro into the country, into your head, because you have Starbrook News. Be wary that when you open a Starbrook News and you read it, there's most likely a message from Maduro in there for you. Who are you people? You continually support articles and everything else, and it's, listen to me, media got critique on everybody. That is why I've never said that Guard Mosley, they say Guard Mosley sell a couple of questions, but never say Guard Mosley is a Maduro agent. You know why? Mosley is walking a thin line, he's trying a twisted line. Yes, he doing a little thing, a little nudge. Yes, Starbrook News, Kaicho News, and them just come out clear. we support Muhammad. You understand? God Mosey lash Muhammad, you sure you're trying to hijack some things? You know, someday the humanayana ask a question and then he lash Jagdio, you know? You do a little bob and weave thing. But Travis Chase, you know, he take buyout, he take Muhammad money, Maduro agent. Starbrook News, you know. You could see, buddy. You ain't gonna watch if somebody stand up, so. And Muhammad they and the government they them money in there like them money there over here leaning over bracing for Muhammad. Then they're like, you know, we're a little bit for one side. I wonder if people noticing that we're a little bit for one side for Muhammad, but just be careful, auntie. Yeah, that man that's her resting the head from Muhammad's shoulder and the hand in Muhammad's pocket. You understand? Starbrook News, Travis Chase, Kaicho News. Kaicho News got a different agenda. I know Glenn Lal personally. He was my boss for a year. He got a different agenda. Like his little mental illness running the family. One of them call me the other day, driving on the road. Call me the other day. Critic, I got the boss on the phone here. I don't walking crazy. I stop and talk to you on the crazy road. For the knock, lick me upside down and then I end up in the hospital. You ever see Carrie hospital? Then call me back a couple days after. Man, like you get big, like you talking to me. Who the fudge is you, brother? You got a couple building around Georgetown and all. Who the fudge is you? I doing what you doing? I never get nothing from the man. Not even the old boots. He sell the most boots. Not even one of the dry rat boots. What's the connection between me and you? Must there be catch up on that? What are we catching up for? What are we catching up for? There are people who you know clear as day. You think Travis just don't know that Muhammad is genuinely a Maduro puppet? Travis Chase knows. Because how he only running Maduro stories. He running the American story, the American blood the boat. Maduro mobilizing people. You understand? He bolstering the Maduro story. And if you know media plays a great role in what direction it goes in. What direction everything goes in. Why would a Guyanese news personnel be supporting Venezuelan news? What image you trying to put out there? What you trying to put in Guyanese head? Y'all didn't catch yourself? So when the thing, I like me know what the president said, I didn't listen to what the president said. I was doing something. When I watch the groups and I realize the pushback and the negativity, I realize they can't handle it. They can't handle it. Whoever he said. And here we gotta remember. When the president said, or Jagdio said, you could look forward to it. When a PPP person says, or somebody from the PPP administration said, when a minister said, you consider it to be etched in stone. You keep the, listen to me, you keep the, every word that a minister say, you listen to hear what they say, you listen to the article, screenshot it. If you see they say something they're doing that sounds surprising to you, screenshot the article and keep it. Don't do like Lola Dial. Don't say a whole set of thing and then take down your page and all about the people them take down your page. Because I talk more worse thing than which she's talking. I talk about the Venezuela international stage. I start with the LGBT community, cost people, cost the president, cost the vice president, cost the opposition leader, cost Muhammad. You understand? And nobody don't take down me page. The scrape head, the game where she play yesterday, come out attacking once and then play like the whole thing take down. Yeah, I gotta record it, right? We download as we got everything. Means download. Plus the screen recording. We the screen recording while she talking, but make sure if she take it down where we done. You understand? Somebody say, yeah, that boy is taking down. Putting up people page. Put up a man that's alive and say the man dead. Yeah, mass confusion page. Take down your page and go after another page. All about Facebook, take down your page. You know, show me the notification. Don't show me, don't tell me your page get taken down. Because what she do? She black she page. She learned from Melly Mel. When you don't take down the page, you understand? On publish. The page and the pages come now and nobody can access it. You understand? Show me the Facebook is sending you a notification and say we block you for this. Show me though. Fudging scrape head. Think people stupid. No, you must stand by your word. Double down and say she see. How you go work for your kids? Left the police to do the work. Ghana says she see a man that she didn't see. How will that work? Left the police to damage your own case. You were shot 8 times. Nobody can deny that somebody shot you. Nobody can deny that. This is a great injustice towards Lola Dal. Nobody deserves that. But she come out now, doubling her hand. She said, man, the man was not there. Somebody shot you. If you continue to hold on to that to the police, you believe the police can go to court and show a video with a man and the man got an alibi, you believe the police can charge a man, you believe the DPP charge a man that has an alibi? And when you keep holding out, that is Wani. You see Wani with your own eye. The police have to give the DPP the report where you say you can't remember, you didn't see nobody. And then the video also they gotta give where you say, cause you gotta give where you scholar for the statement. If you give a statement and you change them out, you gotta get another statement. But all two of them there together. How your story changing? Somebody shot you. Somebody put somebody to shoot you. But don't come and lie and say you see somebody. And you see where they walk away. That's a ideal tactic for a statement, for an airtight thing. The man got the airtight. The man got airtight evidence because he was in Borbies. And then put up another picture with another man said the streets say. The streets talking. Oh, this is the shooter. Another man. God never knows who's he. Yes, and the streets. These scrapers ain't easy. Write the story how she man jump down some step, jump down some building. What 2-story building? You ever see one of them place in East? If you walk inside your knock your head, people like it, they make for people like me. It make for 5, 6 and them thing now. But they make for people like me height. Jump down from where? If you see the stairs that she time, she and he would end up in hospital. Anytime the man run down the step. It is easier for jump down from the building, from the veranda, than to walk down the step. Because it's a little thing, it's a shoot. You understand? The man make a conscious decision for jump down instead of try for run down the step. Because you can break your neck in one of them range house, you call it. Range house, 2-story. You have about 2-story range house? When you step up the veranda, you just got to stretch your toe. Like if you're up in the steep, stretch your toe, you reach down at the bottom. If you run inside, them people house, you could run inside. Like if you get fighting in range house area, you run inside, you could get blackout because you could lash your head on the top post. You understand? You gotta run inside and duck in, so if you go for fight with somebody. The 2-story building, the man jumped down from top 2-story building. This step would have put he and she in the hospital. The man just use a conscious decision. Do you think anybody jumping off any for love? Eh? You arrest yourself. Why garden face look like this, man? Why these people look so? Me ain't get invite. They invite me. Let me hear what the president gonna say.
Very much. Just to let up.
Just to be fair to everybody, and Uncle Kit, you need to resign. You need to retire. Hear this, Asa. Hear this laugh, Asa.
Public know, as I advised you earlier on, we will take roughly 6 questions. If the president allows me, I might tolerate a 7th one. It is 1 question, there will be no follow-ups, and I will begin with Kurt Campbell.
Hear laugh now. He start taking questions at the press conference. He start. You think the biggest problem? You think the biggest problem was Stabrook News not being invited? The biggest problem was inside the president camp. When the master take question and the president even talk yet.
It's 1 question, there will be no follow-ups, and I will begin with Kurt Campbell.
The wife telling me she love me, right? She make a big cup of chocolate and marshmallow. Now is coffee or tea, right? Last night we had it out. This morning, it's a big cup of marshmallow. Hey, we're in easy. We had it out last night. Next thing this morning, right, is a big cup. Well, you see the white thing that is marshmallows. Chocolate and marshmallows. I love you too, mommy. I can't make up these things. Hey, I tell you. I like me when I think I say my sorry, however is it, right? But women, they paint a thing, next thing a plane pass and it's shooting out smoke at the back saying sorry. Yeah, you seen all the other signs, right? Of remorse and stuff, but like you're hearing it. This I never start me day. There's a clear message. I never sat me there with a sugary drink. Marshmallow. Woo! Take down. All right. Yeah. You thought the problem over by the presidential camp was here we're waiting for one of these days when Kit go forget we there and introduce Irfan alias Burnham. Oh God! Let the young girl take over the thing now. Or Kid do so. Boop. Fall over. You understand? And gone home pon the president's press conference. Come on. Yeah, I get serious, man. Kid Nascimento serve Guyana well. Stop with this nonsense. Stop with the nonsense. The president loves Kit Nascimento and he doesn't know how to turn him down. Let me help you. Uncle Kit. Give it a rest. He giving out questions and the president even talk yet. I don't know if it's a skit or what. We can't take these chances. Right? Give it a rest. Watch
Before
it.
you begin, I would like
But this one now. Where you ducking? I don't know where you ducking from. Where you ducking from? That's why these media people, here now. That's why these media people got this behavior. Now, he ducking for not black these cameras, right? But what you would do in your life that would got you ducking like a thief, man? You understand? What you would do? What in your normal life? Remember all we got we normal life, but what would got you ducking so? So after you get the training, right? A lot of media people just like criminal. You understand? Because of the kind of training, you gotta duck under the cameras. You gotta be easy. You gotta peep. You gotta peep. You understand? So when you want to know why these man, how Travis Chase this, sir? Yeah, it's like me like that, so you see me head pass, because me really accustomed to ducking and hiding and peeping. You understand? If I did job, you press you see thing. You may really know the thing. You understand? What you going, Annie?
First of all, let me.
Hold on, the president start? No, man. Let Kit start sharing the questions first.
Roughly 6 questions.
Imagine you got here. No other than the great Kit Nascimento to come for tell all the leading journalists in the country. They are, whether they're Venezuelan agents or what. There's the people. Right? They left the Qatar out. They didn't call me, they didn't email me, and Starbuck News cry. And here now I got the biggest laugh. Because kids start sharing the questions, what they asking the president, where you buy that suit? All they see so far is the president's suit. What you going on here? All they see so far is the president's suit. Where you bought that suit? Are those lines? Which one of those lines on your suit is the equator? Which one of the lines on your suit, Mr. President, is northeast by northwest by southwest by... Where is Congress Place? Where can I find Congress Place on your suit? Is your suit directly related to Google Maps? Mr. President, just so you know, I can be very sarcastic when I'm not invited. When people don't remember me. I just want a few people to play nice and be or seem nice and be very sarcastic. Yeah, don't do me like Starbuck News. Because that suit, sir, I can tell you, I would have been listening to you and been all over the world. I wonder which 2 lines supersedes Barbados. Yes. And I was wondering, which section? Is it his shoulder that represents Essequibo, the Venezuelan border? I don't know. Just remember, sir, tell your head of press, don't forget to call Critic the next time. Because I don't know what I will be looking at to talk about. So let's start with Uncle Kit and his 6 questions. Somebody said no more press conference from VP. How hurt am I? You make a joke. You think the VP press conference make me? You never see when I take apart something. Huh? You never see when I think. They decide to take apart something. You believe they want me not at the press conference ask me questions done with me like a lammy way. They want me the next day dissecting the story. I'm making up my own story like I was working with the Venezuelans. No. No. Not a boy. All right, let's hear what
I advised you earlier on. We will take roughly 6 questions. If the president allows me, I might tolerate.
He should not allow your Uncle Kit. I don't, you watch him a nice. This is Uncle Kit's got real suave. If the president allows me, and yes, knowing the president. Here what happened? The president is old school. Yes, the president is old school. When Kit come, the president would go to the gate and hold his hand and help you up a flight of stairs. Yes, I like me. I come from rascalism. I is the kind of banner would push down Uncle Kit in a line for get to the front of the line and all of that. Yes, don't give 2 flying fudge. The president is old school. There's no joke. What you're seeing here is not a joke on the Guyana government. It's a joke to me. I make a laugh of it. You know what you're seeing here? The president, I will tell you this personally, don't know how to tell Kit Ma retire. He likes Kit Nascimento. There's no importance in what Kit Nascimento does. There's a young lady more than adequately and aptly equipped. Look. This young lady could do the job. Done the job many times before. There's no need for Kit Nascimento. What you're seeing is out of the president's respect for this man. That's just the way the president is. These are things you need to know about your president. Let me tell you, when the Americans calculated what war leaders would do and who would make gold war leaders, they're assessing people's background. This is one of the things about the president. Always respectful to old people. Yes, sir. If you're there, many occasions I'm there. And you ask I asked Kwame, what kid doing here? What going on? Why don't you all don't do the thing? Because you know me. You want to buy that to me, huh? The president, yes, the president said no. Left respect. You can't go wrong there. That's who the president is. Right? Here.
Let our public know, as I advised you earlier on, we will take roughly 6 questions. If the president allows me,
No, we ain't allowing you. Stop the nonsense.
It is 1 question. There will be no follow-ups. And I will begin with Kurt Campbell.
I can't make up this thing. So, Kit Nascimento starts taking questions. The president is on a press conference. So the first thing the president attacks, say what he has said, whatever. And then you ask questions based on that. Yes, sir. He started taking questions right away after the but I don't know if that was the question. The president about the nautical lines on his suit or what? Bully me. Here, I can't make up this thing.
It is 1 question. There will be no follow-ups. And I will begin with Kurt Campbell.
Before you begin, I would like to say a few things. First of all, let me thank...
When the president said he wants to say a few things, he went on for an hour. Yeah. So the president had a lot to say. Right? But I thought, I get the impression that Uncle Kit, when he go and see the president with Google Map on his suit, he calculate, is this suit we talking about? Nothing more needs to be said. You understand? All we trying to figure out is where is northwest by northeast. You understand? Simple as that. I don't know. So, Mr. President, did you acquire your suit in collaboration with Google Maps?
The media for your presence. As you're aware, we have a very hectic and transformative agenda for Guyana. And we have started the work on implementing this agenda that will see remarkable transformation in our country from an infrastructural perspective, which is a physical perspective, from an economic perspective, but importantly, the government is focusing heavily from a service orientation perspective. That is the efficiency, reliability of government services, the removal of bureaucracy, the ensuring that we reduce costs in doing business, all of which will improve the competitiveness of our country. So I am very pleased this afternoon to go through some of the things that we are accelerating on in this phase of transformation. There are also some issues that are of a global nature that I think we must address also today.
The suit. Mr. President, talk about the suit. You gotta listen. Mr. President, talk about the suit is a global nature. If you wearing a map, but all I want to know is where they equated up on the suit and Georgetown. You imagine the president saying, so in Georgetown here, we will be doing massive transformation. This area.
As you're aware, during the campaign in the last 5 years, we made it very clear that we have to do something about our city. The condition of our city, the mismanagement and inefficiency through which the city is managed.
The location, Mr. President, the location, please, the location. I'm so excited about the location.
Can no longer be tolerated. And we believe that it is time for us as citizens and as a country to take charge of this situation. And I want to launch from the government work in advancing the rescue of Georgetown. Let me say that it is my opinion that in the coming year or years, we'll have an opportunity once again to choose a type of leadership in the city that will allow us to see this city transformed and managed in a way that will make all of us extremely proud. Notwithstanding that, we have launched, with the help of the King's Foundation, a city revival plan that we are now going to move forward in implementing. As you know, the government over the last 5 years has spent billions of dollars in infrastructure work in the city, including drainage, roads, parapets, cleaning up the city. And the city, Georgetown City, is a life heart of our country. It's the capital of our country. And we want to ensure that the city projects an image of sustainability, celebrating our heritage showcase our inclusion, our economic transformation, and cultural heritage of our country. Therefore, we are advancing a national strategy for sustainable urban development, first of which is focused heavily on the city itself.
We were talking about two things, Mr. President. Urban development. I thought this is the city we talking about. These lines, I just all over the lines. I can't. Where's the city? Where's the city? Where's the city? Location. Where's the city? Let me hear.
Implementation begins in Georgetown and its surrounding region, the country's largest urban area, where major investments since 2020 have included highways, drainage upgrades, and a high-span bridge over the Demerara River. These efforts are helping to drive economic growth, improve quality of life, and are complemented by the large-scale expansion of service housing lots to meet growing demand. The First Lady...
We're doing thing for the deaf. I hear they got people seriously. They know what they're doing, but they're doing it, right? So I will be doing here. We need to up the game down here, TBN. Let me do whatever the president said, and we gonna relate for the blind. Is the blind? The deaf. Yeah, we do it for the deaf. Where's called the thing, man? Me, you know. Sign language. We doing sign language. Here, me can't sit down here and ain't doing nothing. Let me help the president send the message.
It's also spearheaded a movement to...
Yeah, brother. Listen to me. If the man talking about house and I do rooftop, so you try to tell me the plumbing honest. You ever read the story where the lady go and sign up for the sign language walk for the president of America? She don't know nothing what she doing. You remember the story? No, I just try to help. Here, I can do it. Me and the guy do this. No, but if the president say house, build thing, and I do so, you can't know what I'm talking about. You think I'm talking about temple? Man, hey, man, carry this. No. Hello, good morning.
Critic.
Hi, morning.
Morning. How are you?
Yeah, how can I help you?
When your bags down there.
Although you talking to me if you about boxing and doggy, you get them stubbornness. We got serious things going on here. You understand? We got serious. I joking about the serious thing. You don't want to hear about how your community is going to be developed, how they get clean out the garbage, how they gonna get rid from a stinking city to a garden city. You call it fudging nonsense. Even if you call him a attacker and big me up, I black you.
Enhance both urban and rural landscapes, giving rise to cleaner, greener, and more pleasing environments. In support of...
By the way, if you didn't know, the president didn't come with no new thing here. They've been doing it all the time, doing all the roads in Georgetown, all the drains, concrete in Georgetown, and the first lady, Skeldon, where is born dead, with the place name, where is born dead for go up, little more, Windsor Forest, go up little more. That's the places I know. West Demerara, play green areas. The first lady been setting up green areas across Guyana. Ain't nothing new. The Seawall, First Lady Initiative. Yeah. So it's a program that already start and it's gonna take off bigger now for he come and play like yes he said yeah the first lady been doing the wife. Just for me, because I hear he talk nothing but he talk yes we can do this. They've been doing it. It's just that they ain't been putting that in the front line. 25% of all that needed being done has already been done by his administration. Over from 2020 to 2050, 2020 to 2025. Right? So if you didn't know, it's not nothing new. What they're doing is studying specifically on Georgetown and the specific transformation. Is this administration, a PPP-led administration, did what it was needed to be done to revitalize City Hall. City Hall fall apart. Wood used to fall, people used to fall through floor at City Hall. Now City Hall is gonna last for another 50 or 100 years. And when you put it together, them old building, let me tell you if you don't know. You can't check, you gotta find the exact size of wood. Everything has to be replaced the exact way. It's a special skill.
The urban development framework and a wider vision for Georgetown set out in the Low Carbon Development Strategy 2030, 15 flagship demonstration projects are to be advanced. Projects such as development of recreational spaces, the enhancement of places of architectural heritage, the inclusion of biodiversity and celebration of our biodiversity in the city itself, and a series of educational programs that would be aimed at behavioral change and
for Guyanese? Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning, Critic.
Yes, ma'am.
I got a little situation here where I like to address concerning my child and the University of Guyana. He wrote CXC and he got his couple subject. Now we applied to the University of Guyana. Now he was torn down. He didn't get admitted to the University of Guyana. So what I will do with my child now? If I put him into a job, he won't be able to go back and study.
Tell me something. Education is free. That is no excuse you got there. I don't understand what you're saying. You could go back and study anytime. I got people working with me here that study, work and study.
Yes, but you remember he's a young child. If I put him into a job, right? You know, now these
No, but here now.
want their own money.
Listen to me. There are requirements to go in to the university. What you get? What you CXC?
He passed all his subject, and I apply before he even get his result to the University of Guyana.
So how you gonna apply to the University of Guyana? You don't got the results.
Yes, because they do hold your spot for you. So now when he gets his result, and we did send it in, he was denied. So what I'm gonna do with my
No, but where's the results? Where's the results? Tell me. Let me hear the past results.
He passed all his business subject, his maths, English, everything.
No, give me the numbers. Give me the numbers.
3, 2.
3 2s?
Yeah, like 3s and 2, 6. 6 subject in all he passed.
How much trees he get?
Pardon me?
How much trees he get?
He gets 6 trees. He gets 3 in maths, 3 in English. He gets 2 in business. Now I have my child home here. What I'm gonna do with him now? Put him
No. Me try to understand what this is and not to blame people wrongfully. Cause
I'm not blaming anyone. My point is.
no, but here. If you don't know what's going, because I don't think trees is trees is a pass. So trees
3
is
is a pass. 4 is not a pass.
okay. So did they give you a reason? Because there has to be some criteria.
I was in there yesterday. They told me they're already full, and a month ago they're done full up. And
No, but this free education, what where you want?
600.
Have you explored the Barbies campus and the other campuses?
I'm from Georgetown. I can't afford to go to Barbies.
Let me look into it. That's not the way I want to start me day. Like when you're talking to people and everything negative for them, that's not the way I want to start. But I'm going to look into it. Don't worry.
This is minor.
Yeah, I can't handle that. Like everything is a fudging problem. Me can't handle that. Me know how to deal with that. Oh, you want a job. Georgetown run out. No, you didn't think they're taking all the people with the ones first in the university? You ever see how the podium is set out in the race? Ones they're there. Why the university guy ain't taking all the ones first? Obviously they're full up. Obviously they can't take all the people. And she's so excited to get into university. She put in before he get his results from. He didn't give you some chance again to work, study, nothing. He got in university. What gonna happen now? Like everything just negative. You understand? I don't see what is the result of that. I can tell you go to university, but I don't think you can come out as a top tech kid. You understand? Yeah, President back again.
Public education.
Remember, bear in mind, you gotta forgive me. I wasn't forged out of academia. So I'm searching, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I've never went to university. I'm a high school dropout. So no disrespect to academia. But I'm trying to understand what's going on. And to go into the university, I got criteria because me, who write CXC, could still go into the university. I could write a university entrance examination and get in. And with my years of experience, you just got to be well read. Even to get a pilot for fly a plane, you only got no English. You ain't got to write. You ain't got to think CXC, you just got to know English. Even to become a pilot, you only got to know English language. You understand? Right? So I'm just trying to figure out if they're taking in people. Obviously they're taking the best of the best now at the university. Right? Yes, Mr. President.
We treat the city and our own behavior within the city itself. The Urban Framework Plan identifies 5 essential qualities that defines the city.
Again, this is important things for you to understand. Urban Development Plan. Yeah, brother. Check it. FAA criteria. You only have to be able to read. Criteria, you don't have to have any certification, qualification of any sort. Remember, I doing it here. I doing my private pilot license here. To be a pilot. When you're flying a plane, you're a pilot. Oh man, oh God, pilot is pilot. Me, I look for pilot license for fly. But even when you flying, then it goes to twin engine. And twin engine, you could carry passengers. Yes, you just gotta forget. No for read English language. Safe. No, yeah. I ain't talking about commercial thing. You gotta get some qualification. But if you're going through a process, you're gonna go and follow up with your commercial. Yes, and if you're going through the process. No, I wouldn't like doing it. I've always dreamt about flying. When it comes to plane and flying and all of it, FAA regulations and all them things. Hey, I is the man you're talking to. You understand? Not me. I just try to get car and fly. But there's some reason. I highly suspect the positioning of the doors might not be aerodynamic. So I'm planning to get 2 doors that open this way and goes this way. You understand? I've tried many times. When I'm in the interior and so on to get vehicles to fly. But for some reason they do not go airborne. Yes, Mr. President.
Identity.
Now, this is very important. And I want you to listen to this. This is where you hold these people to. You got cut these information when the president said, 5-point urban development plan. You get the 5 points and you work on it. And when you see people going out today, you say, Mr. President, you say, yo, this is the president said this. That is what you hold them to. That's why you gotta listen to what these men are saying. Don't worry if say, I hear so. No. You must remember intimately in your brain what the president said. If you're living in Georgetown, you need to listen to this. These pointers. Now when somebody tell you, say, no. This was what the president said.
The Urban Framework Plan identifies 5 essential qualities that defines the city identity. Qualities that must inform future development. The Garden City, landscape and biodiversity. Indeed, this is the identity of the city in this region and across the world. We therefore are going to work aggressively on ensuring that this identity is recreated, is expanded, and that our city tells a story of this identity. The story of Georgetown history, heritage, and built environment. The city's architecture reflects the history, the heritage, and the built environment.
Mr. President, I have a fair idea of the history and the heritage of Georgetown, and it came from my visit to the museum. Every school and every class, the museum is supposed to be busy every day, having multiple classes per day, educating our children from very young. A lot of things I learned is from the National Library. That has to be revitalized. People have to know of the importance of reading topics. And when you go to the National Library, you leave your device. These are strict things that have to be adhered to. You understand? Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Quickly, brother.
I have a little issue in Good Fortune, where I noticed the people who in charge of the area falling off a drain that leads nowhere. If you go to the big end, it have a black end. You come to this end, it have a black end.
Must have got picture and send to me, let me highlight it. Let me scan it up.
I can do a video and send it to you.
Send it to me, let me scan it up. Roger that.
Send to your manager number.
Roger that. I don't have she number. I think I got your number. The last time I see she there by some rubbish dump somewhere, we get your number. Don't worry. Safe. Hello, good morning. Yeah, no joke. I see the lady there. Yeah, like this speck of rubbish is supposed to be here, and that speck of rubbish is supposed to be there. Yeah, it sounds like an orchestra. Rubbish, plastic bottles, pam padam pam, pam padam pam, banana skin, pam padam pam, chicken bone, pam. I don't know what she's doing in the rubbish. I fucking good. Why you going there, bro? I didn't mean to say why you doing in the rubbish heap. But she gets serious. And she decide, well, here she get this serious with this garbage thing. You understand? Bam. And gone and singing, and the plastics then start flying, and you know, let me hear what the president has said.
Environment. Therefore, we will be pursuing a number of initiatives, including the walking trail around the city, looking, for example, at the old transport building, the train station, and rehabilitating that area into a museum, also having it doing exactly what it's doing now, that is training young people in machining, engineering, and offering that service to the Transport and Harbors Department. In addition to this program, as you know, we spoke about the Stabrook waterfront development.
Why it is important to listen to what the president has to say is there integral things like training. I just pass when I'm doing my walks on Lamahash, I just pass and there are people that's been in the old train station. I said a young people jumping and doing, I don't know what they'd be doing. Now I found out that the government is training them in certain things. You could capitalize on this. You understand? One of our staff here, you complete goal. It's a certificate or a degree, a certificate. Did certification and is certified. And we get A, B, what? A plus? A. He got an A. Exceptionally bright kid. Right? No, me no, I know, but after me, tell him I go and take goal and all them things. And he walking in, got his certification, God never knows where he gets certified in. I hope the God is plumbing because we got some pipe for fix wrong here. We can find out just now. Right? I don't know what is certified yet. But that was free. And he now knows something added. He has something more to his resume. This is why you gotta listen to these things to understand. Know where things are going. Here was one of the things that people are not doing. You could hedge your bets against what the president is saying. Here why? Training. First thing, who gets in the training? There's opportunities. Who giving the training? If you're a teacher, if you're a welder, certified welder, you hear what the president said to do in here.
In addition to this program, as you know, we spoke about the Stabrook waterfront development, young people, in machining, engineering, and offering that service to the Transport and Harvest Department.
No. There's an initiative that the president is talking about, the training young people. So there's two opportunities here. People to do training? Yes. You find out who doing the training. They might need welders because you ask them who doing the training and what are training people in. Welding fabrication. They might need certified welders. You might be a big man at home and doing nothing. Retire, you could go back now, get the money for train young people. Young people, two sets of opportunities. People listening to the thing, oh, it's nice. No. Figure out how you could capitalize on the opportunities of what the president. You gotta listen to everything and decipher. Everything in your mind is not always saying and for disputed. You could be a PNC man and go and get a job at a welding. If you're a good welder, you think they got time whether you're PNC or BB? They need welders. You could be a PNC child, grow up in the PNC. Go and take the opportunity and teach you for weld. And they're telling you that when you get the training, you could offer the services of Transport and Harbor Department. They're even telling you about the job after the training. Opportunities. People can't say, oh, what he talking, what he doing, he only doing for... No, the only time you could go and say they only doing for PNC people is when you go and you ain't get through. You understand? You go. And if they got too much people, register your name and say you're waiting for the next class. Everything has a process. Nothing happens right away, but you gotta put some effort into your life. How are you gonna become a success? This man is sitting here and telling you about multiple opportunities coming your way. How do you plan to capitalize on it? Agencies, let me get to a bigger level. Agencies could apply to the ministry and say, here, we have welders that could become instructors. The man talking about walk path, a walk area for tourism and education. Would they pay money for people who know and could walk and say, so this building here is the Bank of Guyana, and it was built at this time. In the center of the road here, the monument here is this. It was dedicated to war heroes from World War II. And across the road there is the National Museum just behind the bank. This is Guyana Stores. You understand? Main Street. can I get some training and get a job, an easy job, and then I walk in and I tell people, some people like talk. You know this, you know that, Tessa and Avril. Even Lola Dahl might be able to get a walk around. You know this tree, you know the bench, you know the place. You train them. Opportunities. Opportunities. See the opportunities, capitalize on them. When they time with this walk part, who the people are just walking by themselves, just bird watching. You get a white people like they got the binoculars and the people looking for something. You understand? They're looking for Jesus. They're looking for all kind of thing. White people always looking, they're looking for alien. Tell them something, some story about some Baku. They like them kind of thing now. Every part of the world, you got some story, some historical thing. This area, carry them by Boredom Court to show them where you used to hang people. Yes. Talk about the fact that Main Street, Main Street was a canal. The center where you're walking used to be a canal. Have a book with an album and show people when they're done. Some white people might appreciate like me, you carry me but a good tour, I get $100. Anyway, I travel in the world. I go to Cancun, Mexico. When I walk in, everything is free in the place. We believe I do. But they got a timing. You can, the man throw a shot for you. You can't get 2 shots, 3 shots one time. That's what I gotta do, so. $100 in all the bartender hand. But they come by battle, they got time with thing. They cut off shots on somebody and give me more. White man come and holler. What is this? Why is he being treated as some money? US dollars. Go to the back of the class. And I holler say, white man don't know, is Mexico we there? And this one, talking a different language from Mexico, but talking hard. Left he, go to the back of the class. Because remember, Mexico is a place that's fine 15, 20 people without head and that kind of thing. Yes, and some man are hollering in Mexico, people can go, ah, and the crazy hairstyle. Yes, a man can, this is a crazy Mexican with different language speaking. Like man, take the back of the class right away. But what I'm saying, when you go, a man, you imagine a man you $24,000. Imagine you got 5 people, you walking them down Main Street, telling them about Main Street, you showing them in the museum, you showing them different things. First thing, you dealing as a protector for them, an educator for them. How will you do? Walk them up from the top of the Main Street to the bottom of Main Street. Show them this is where the president lives. He's now in his 2nd term. You got a little history. This is the man responsible for the Demerara Bridge that you saw. Yes, it's under his tenure it was built. The road that you came from the airport, it wasn't always there. The new roads that are being built is under this president's tenure. We have experienced the greatest ever in the history of the Caribbean infrastructural development. Tell them thing, tell them nice thing. If you like shippiness, tell them about Baku and Moongeza. Nighttime when the evening come, tell them about Moongeza. Yes, and the waterfront mermaid was seen, used to be seen. The last set of mermaid, the British eat them out. You know, tell them some shit. Walk them down Main Street and tell them stories. You like that? You gotta listen to what the president guy says, see what you could make out of it. I'm just initiating thought and me. Everything I'll miss is money. Ching, 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 ching. When people talk, I figure out how I can capitalize and make money off of. I like me reach a stage in life is not where I could make money off of. It's where I could make the most money off of. Me choosing any and anything. I got 100 things I see in one time, so I calculate. Me never do. Me never do 2 hours for 5,000. You understand? I prefer do 2 minutes for 10,000. You got this thing, you can do 2 minutes for 10,000, and I like it. I like it. So do what you like. So you never do a day walk in your life.
That is training young people in machining, engineering, and offering that service to the Transport and Harbors Department. In addition to this program, as you know, we spoke about the Stabroek waterfront development that is another area that would see immediate work. For a matter of fact, over the last 48 hours, we have reviewed a number of reports and design options on the Stabroek waterfront development, the improvement of the markets, enhancement of shopping areas and other public areas. So the waterfront celebrates who we are, the land of many waters. This plan involved embracing the waterways, Georgetown historic drainage canals, our core infrastructure, supporting both flood management and the city's unique landscape. Therefore, we will be working on the enhancement of all of these drainage canals in a touristic manner, so that it forms part of the story that we want to be told about Guyana and the city itself. The country founded on villages, community, and self-governance. Rooted in a history of indigenous and post-slavery village system, Georgetown's civic life is shaped by strong traditions of local planning and communal values. That is, celebrating our culture, celebrating our art in the city itself. So you would see, for example, in the Lamaha enhancement, which is the railway courtyard, in a few months, as you walk through the entirety of this courtyard and the enhancement there on the old railway embankment, you'll be walking through the history of Guyana, told in pictures and images. So our school children, visitors, and everyone would have an opportunity to walk through the history of our country in images and pictures. Now, important is that the LCDS is what underpins all of these plans, celebrating who we are in a low-carbon development framework, which means reinforcing the values of harmony, sustainability, and inclusive development. The draft urban framework plan identifies a few priorities to protect the city's character while enabling sustainable growth. Deliver housing, infrastructure, and communities for growth, reduce traffic congestion, and promote sustainable transport, protect and enhance heritage, identity, and character, improve sanitation, cleanliness, and waste management, build resilience to flooding, heat, and climate events, restore urban landscape and green space, and enhance experience and support sustainable tourism. To achieve this, there are 5 thematic clusters or areas that we'll be working on.
This is you know, the first thing is been in my kitchen. The president. I get like Travis Chase now. You know, the first time the president been in my kitchen. He started 50,000 house lots, 50,000 jobs, and $50,000 per child. Now it's 5 schematics and 5. It's a set of 5. Because Marlboro with cigarettes is 555. Benson Hedges is a Benson Hedges taxi walking it. Like, you know, I pick up on anything, right? This is 555. What is this? This is my lucky number.
The strategic urban expansion, as you know, the city is self-expanding itself. The green infrastructure and connectivity framework, which includes creating greenways, tree corridors, climate resilient transport links, and public realm upgrades. Historic civic core revitalization, which is restoring and reimagining central landmarks such as Stabroek Market, Water Street, and its transport and harbors development site.
I don't think it's anything hard for Guyanese to imagine things. Guyanese will be walking and like, we got some Crazy imagination. If you look into the imagination of the PNC, you could get lost in Animal Farm. Like yesterday, flew best. Fly past. Opposition. And you got, when you're saying opposition for the PNC, you know, you got to say lower opposition. Lower opposition MP. Not lower. Lower sounds too nice. Lesser opposition MP. The lesser opposition MP flew best. Flew a pass. Let me get it for y'all. Me can't make up these things. I can't make up these things if I wanted to. God help them now. I think we should do a prayer for the lesser opposition. I give a couple laughs. See, I go and look at the president's thing. Right? What you going on here? Urgent notice to GCOM and the Guyana Police Force and Irfan Ali. Poor Irfan Ali get involved. I received this, and you got to respect and get the best out of whatever information you're reading. The reason Irfan Ali is involved here, he is the person, under his tenure, the initiative for speeding, traffic cameras and so on were implemented, not under the PNC. So this is a lesser opposition member of parliament who's calling on GCOM because she worked at GCOM today, or she was actually hurrying to get to work to GCOM today. And she's calling the president, who she is now in this accepting that this was the president's initiative to have speed cameras to make Guyana's roads safer. And she's calling the Guyana Police Force, who are the enforcers of this initiative of the president. In a letter, I received this excellent love letter in my mail yesterday. This is the kind of people you have to deal with in the lesser opposition for 5 years. And may God help us all. Believe this is wickedness in high places. Well, black people are always with some kind of fudgery. Everything is spiritual and wickedness for them. She can't come straight and say, hey, no, man. What's going on here? Wickedness in high places. Yeah, there gotta be some spiritual thing. Dragon spirit try to get back to she. Because he try to attack Barnum, but he using her as a conduit to get through via a speeding ticket. Dragon try to get back at PNC people because through a speeding ticket. Yeah. Right? So I believe this is wickedness in high places. This ticket is for September the 1st, 2025, election day. A day where I was performing official election duties of which GCOM is aware. I would like to have my money refunded to me. I will send this ticket to all observers. Will not stop until I get my money. I would like to know if all PPP agents get ticket. Now here was the funny thing about this ticket. Let me show you the ticket. Now in this ticket, the ticket says she was speeding, is with the time, at 5:46 hours. The day. It's 6 o'clock, election started. She speeded 130 kilometers. Now the people don't know Flubes. They don't know that she is one of the dumbest of politicians. They just dance and do all kind of antics and stuff to get attention. She's an intellectual. Right? They're really bright. She's vocal. She's like a vocalist. Something like that. You understand? It's like just hollering and screaming. She into ting, you know? She for somebody back of Mokot. That's all you could get out of she. High pitch. Yes. Yeah. She like Shrek girl, whatever she the name. Fiona. You know? Flew best Fiona. Harlem bust a board. I eat out the board egg. I can't make up these things if I wanted to. Right? So, she come out now and hollering, but wickedness in high places, get a speeding ticket like all the way, like I don't imagine. Me wife was to get a set of speeding ticket and his eye drive. When she speeding ticket come, it will be calling her name because they check the vehicle number and the register is she. But I might have been speeding in the vehicle or over the speed limit. Yes, sir? What's she gonna holler? Oh, the government is my husband, is the government wrongfully accused me? You gotta pay the bill as UKR. There's UKR number checking. Right? Good? But you gotta see with them. Flew best. For you. What you going on here now? Opposition gone by. Hear this one, you know. Be touching on all of them, all of the ignorance.
No, you're hearing the story that racial voting is over because African guys.
Hold on, let me get it.
Voted for win.
Why ain't getting this one up? Why I can't get it in the center? I just send this in the group for y'all? I never send this in the group. Why can't I get this? Hold on. Let me go to comments and see if I'll get the same thing and it'll come to, beautiful. It comes to the middle. Here we're going, Annie.
African Guyanese did. You're hearing the story.
This is the kind of ignorance you just got here and listen to. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hi, good morning, sir. Yes, buddy, how can I help you?
Morning, how are you?
Yes, partner. Black. I can't handle the stupidity, the stupid positivity. How you doing everything? You're black. Me how the fudge I doing? Me how the fudge I doing? I is the pump station man. What do you think I doing? Long strokes. I is the pump station boss. I is the man with the crystal ball. Me how I doing? Huh? What's wrong with you? Everything good? You wake up with your wife panty back to front. You ask me how I doing? Huh? Ask your wife how your panty gets up. How your panty gets up? How she go to bed? It's a big party. Front big, back small. And then she because she panty back to front. Huh? Now straight into what the black pudding man had to say.
That racial voting is over because African Guyanese voted for win. No, you're hearing the story that racial voting is over because African Guyanese voted for win. And I've never heard such ignorance in my life. All that African...
Well, imagine I never heard such ignorance while he is talking about ignorance. It is a ignorance situation. We have to create a word for the dilemma that I have gotten myself into, that David Hines has gotten himself into.
Guyanese did. is to split their votes between two opposition parties. They did not cross over to the PPP. And Indian Guyanese gave their votes, for the most part, to the PPP. They gave some of it, a small part of it, to win, a couple thousand. So African Guyanese continue to vote along ethnic lines. Indian Guyanese continue to vote along ethnic lines. All that African Guyanese did is created a second black party, which is headed by an Indian man. Now, you're hearing this story.
I must say, I am confused. Are you as confused as I am? If I, who am considered to some extent to be a journalist, an educator, an entrepreneur on social media, is suggesting to you that I am confused, I could only imagine the blacks who listen to this man. They have found themselves in a dilemma. Hello, good morning.
Morning, critics. Are you in my?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, we talk.
Hey, critics.
Now we talk. Now, hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Quickly.
Straight to the point. How are you doing? No, Mr. David Hines got to realize one thing.
No, let me deal with him. You don't worry. We don't want to come and trip on David Hines this morning. Me get deal with he. Because me think I confused. I studied the people was listening to he. It used to be black pudding and white pudding. I think this black pudding man trying to create some pink pudding. This thing confusing. You imagine strawberry black pudding? This is strawberry black pudding this man trying to make. This man ain't parliament, you know. This man going to parliament. The PNC, after they became the lesser of the opposition, they decide, they pick people like he, a known racist, and put him in parliament for destroy the PNC. It's some Mohammed Moneyland. Mohammed now calculate he want the rest of the black people. And let it put people in parliament for destroy the PNC totally and completely now. Hear what this man holler? This man saying that no. It's two black parties. Y'all could keep going over by win. It's okay. Mohammed is we buy. You imagine when you hear something normally, physically, something is gonna happen to your anus hot. But imagine mentally something happening about this hot. I tell you, this one to me. Me sit down for nothing. I wasn't constipated, nothing. I just listened to this mommy Batista hot. Like the thought of what could happen if you follow these people. You get locked up in a room with he. It's larky. It's black pudding. Pink in nature. I feel fine. You imagine trying to fathom what this man is saying? Whoosh. Come on. Maybe listen again.
That racial voting is over because, you're hearing this story that racial voting is over because African Guyanese voted for Win. And I've never heard such ignorance in my life. All that African Guyanese did is to split their votes between two opposition parties. They did not cross over to the PPP. And Indian Guyanese.
So who voted? Who this half of the people the PPP getting Georgetown is who? North Georgetown and South Georgetown, all these places that the PPP sweep through is who? Oh, we ain't checking Douglas. Pink black pudding coming to Guyana. This man used to lecture at a university in the United States of America. God help them now. God was 40 years. Moses had them. Now it's David. I think it's 400 years they've been around, going around in circles, huh? It's 40 or 400 years. Help your people, na God. Set my hand in here, man. How long would they got to suffer in these kind of circumstances? Let me hear this thing, me hearing right, man.
You're hearing this story that racial voting is over because African Guyanese voted for Win. And I've never heard such ignorance in my life. All that African Guyanese did is to split their votes between two opposition parties. They did not cross over to the PPP. And Indian Guyanese gave their votes, for the most part, to the PPP. They gave some of it, a small part of it, to Win, a couple thousand. So African Guyanese continued to vote along ethnic lines. Indian Guyanese continued to vote along ethnic lines. All that African Guyanese did is created a second black party, which is headed by an Indian man.
A second black party headed by an Indian man. Guyana has a second black party that is headed by an Indian man. And there you have it, people. Pink black pudding. I can't make up these things if I wanted to. And in other news, some of them PNC people been yesterday and visit some people with the house burned down. They can't help themselves. There's the lesser. This man here, who is going to be a member of a parliament for the lesser opposition party, went with his too long hand, not even some Church's Fried Chicken, which he's the owner of. He go with the two long hand. I asked them if it's a handshaking ceremony, a meet and greet, a hello and hi stint, or they went for Facebook likes, because I can't figure out what are they doing there. What you want to see? 3 man with long face. When your house just burn out, you lose everything. What you got? You ain't bring toothbrush, toothpaste, nothing. What you got? People just go wake with coffee and biscuit. What you call with your 2 long hand for? Eh? Them now all up for Facebook for sure. We come. We still in September, where the PNC has just became not a mountain done for yet. Let the thing soak in them. Not a mountain done. We all jump in the time machine and go back in time, even before the time of the birth of the PNC. Y'all revel in it a little bit, man. Enjoy yourself a little bit. Get used to it now. Y'all ain't got to stress out yourself on company roads, sir. And always there. No, take a break. President Ali sweeping through Georgetown, cleaning up Georgetown. They're going to revitalize that thing happening. Don't worry. Take a break. We all harass ourselves. Nothing gone. Watch now. Them, where am I going? For tell people how you are feeling. It's really what we burn up. It's really house up. How much y'all? Who you telling people? You just say the elections that you lost. You lost the last spot. You just was at 0. You don't know what 0 minus. You said money was a big factor. That means y'all don't have money. What you doing there? People house burn down. Nobody in there. What you doing there? Hello, hi. Come take a picture with people. People studying where they're sleeping next. Neighbor don't take them in. Y'all could carry the people, get a piece of place at Congress Place. Y'all got a big place there. Congress Place ain't got no much use to move. Y'all is the less of the opposition. Y'all in government, y'all in opposition. Y'all could use a little piece of a room. I can't see y'all needing more than a room for 11 members and Ganesh and you. What you need bigger than a room for? I run a whole empire, $1 billion empire from one house. Construction, security, media, everything. What y'all do with Congress Place? Sell out some of the land. I would buy the land and convert piece of the land into bearing ground for Sophia. I can't see nothing else you do with that land there. When it comes to the history of Ghana, I ain't buying a piece of land there and build a building and people say, oh, this used to be the PNC land. I would buy it and give the Sophia residents to make bearing ground. You understand? Whoever want to get buried on that land. Not me. You can't do nothing productive on the land. Now with all them Obia, the people who walk on the land there. Congress Place or Obia. Not me. The amount of skeletons you got to take up in Congress Place land. Next time when I take the foundation, I better set a paper. And when I check for these SOPs. Not me. But that's yeah, I sell the place, tell me. If you're selling cheap, I might get to change your heart. I might make a play park there. You understand? But that would be the day. I buy Congress Place land and just left it as when I dared for them bury me there in the middle of the land. You understand? People know there's the man who destroy the PNC. They bury right there for the land. Yeah. You understand? When they go around and say, oh, so that there is the tomb of the once great Mikhail Rodriguez, famously known as the Guyanese critic. And he was known for denigrating, showing the nuances and nonsenses of the PNC that brought them to their knees at once. He bought that land after they were the only political party that went into bankruptcy, and then he had his remains placed there. The historians them telling you about the story about the calf and the PNC land. Me. It's so far into the future, it's a real plan. Oh. It's so far into the future, it's plan. Yeah, serious. I don't know what them man are doing in the place there. I don't know what they're doing. Let me hear what President Ali got for say, and then we can call it a day.
Agro-integrated growth zones, blending agriculture.
Man, he's got everything in something, buddy. The man put in it. This man, like, he making black pudding a different way. Everything integrated into something, China, into something connected to something. I think this man is a Sunday school effect left for me. Although he's a Muslim, you know, he went to Christian campus, all right? So it's like the head bone is connected to the neck bone, and the neck bone connected to the shoulder bone, and the shoulder bone connected to the, me know what's the rest of the bone. But it's like, everything with this man integrated into something plug into something, connected to something. Here.
The Stabrook Market, Water Street, and its transport and harbors development site. Agro-integrated growth zones, blending agriculture and urban development to support food security, innovation, and low-carbon enterprise.
Basically, when my press slow down for we, it's not we break like you, and then the distraction of the Google map we're wearing, and let's slow down for we, man. They might basically say you plant mango tree and you can plant trees in the city. You understand? Because if you put agriculture, food security, and right, basically we say we can plant mango tree in the city. Karaila, right, fence and them thing there. When he talk it, so, you know, like, yo, me not smart as you, but I take it light with you. Take it light, no man. Here.
Integrated growth zones, blending agriculture and urban development to support food security, innovation, and low-carbon enterprise.
All of them mean plant 2 mango tree in the street. Just a plant mango tree. Does that mean it is the same thing we did? You understand what you mean? You don't think it mean that? Listen to it again.
Agro-integrated growth zones, blending agriculture and urban development to support food security.
You know what's urban development? They say house and thing is urban development. So how you blending agriculture in there? You gotta grow okra, Karaila, put the fence. You gotta plant mango tree at the road corner and coconut tree. So the man put it fire, plant 2 mango tree on the road. That's what we mean. You ain't getting this one? This one, he is a university graduate. He asked anything and he couldn't figure it out. Take him light with me, man, Mr. President. Take him light with me.
Transport and Harbors Development Site. Agro-integrated growth zones. Blending agriculture and urban development to support food security, innovation, and low-carbon enterprise.
Me neighbor don't start do that. Me neighbor don't start do that. I just get papa for me neighbor, guava for me neighbor. I got banana tree in me backyard. Yes, son. In Queenstown, we start doing that already, Mr. President. Me neighbor just bring over guava juice, sour sap thing in from your yard. We secure in this part. Go plant some tree in Sapphire and them Woodlands area. Get Shakisuna is a Sapphire girl. And let her go plant some tree there. Let me hope the garden eat it out. Let them know the trees got grow, it's got to get mango first. You can't eat the bark. Yes, sir. You can't see a little tree, take it and make a whip and start beating somebody. No. It's not whip sweet planting. It takes time. 5 years. You got coconut plant. It takes 5 years for grow. Guyanese one thing yesterday. We start in Queenstown, Mr. President. But you gotta help people. You gotta help other people. Right? Because everybody's about concrete. They don't understand why the place is hot. The concrete holding heat. 6 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun got on, you are still hot. Because it's now releasing. The heat can't release naturally. They realize the concrete, when the car driving, just make 2 strips for the car, wheel driver, and left the rest as grass, so it could release the heat. And all of that, they realize why the yard flooding. Normally, a great portion of the water, rain when it falls, it absorbs into the soil first. But we can't create the whole fudge in place now. So you got, I know, Mr. President, I know the plan, you gotta help them. Right?
And the natural and cultural heritage anchors, ensuring that nature, culture, and identity remain central to Georgetown's future. So
no, but that is important. Identity, Mr. President, is important. Because I tell you, you listen to David Hines trying to make pink black pudding? Said that they got a second black party headed by an Indian man. Black people don't know who they are. At least that's from what David Hines is saying. They got a second black party that didn't know they were black. That is headed and led by an Indian man. Identity is important. First thing, Mr. President, let them know they're Guyanese. So we're all together in this. And let them know, remind them that the People's Progressive Party is the only multi-ethnic party in the country. So if they wanted to be a part of something new, they gotta be a part of the PPP. They can't be a part of the second black party with an Indian head. And pink black pudding wouldn't be a hit. Right, Mr. President? So we got work to do. Yes, let's go.
Cultural heritage anchors, ensuring that nature, culture, and identity remain central to Georgetown's future. So these are...
Hello, good morning.
Some of the plans that we will be activating in an aggressive manner as we work on rescuing Georgetown and positioning Georgetown as one of the finest.
Marcus, who's this person? Black them. Anybody sharing anything but we page black them.
We have
anybody spamming the page black them.
For the Outer Georgetown Demonstration Zone, which is a new low carbon market town located southeast of historical capital, piloting a
Southeast Market Town, Southeast, gonna be down at the end of Aubrey Barker Road. Nice.
replicable model for sustainable urban growth near the city core. The City Master Plan implementation, the Georgetown Transportation Strategy. So,
Talk to me! Talk to me! Let me get to this scrape at minibus service. Talk to me! Never want to hear what the president got to say.
I am pleased to score the City Master Plan implementation, the Georgetown Transportation Strategy. So I am pleased to say that we are now progressing with a clearly defined plan for the city, the private sector, and every stakeholder, of course, the main city council, and every stakeholder would be part of advancing these plans. Our education system, the Ministry of Local Government, Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, all would play a critical role in advancing this transformation of our city. And I believe it is necessary at this very first press conference to clearly define the work that we are going to embrace on rescuing and rebuilding our city.
Mr. President, I think I've heard enough. You guys need to go and listen to the president, what the president is saying in its entirety. I am thankful that in the first press conference held by the president, I could only imagine the nonsense in terms of questions that were asked, because I wasn't there. Right? I was not invited, I must say again. Starbrook News lied about being invited, but I actually was not invited. Right? So, go and listen to what the president has to say. You could go to the president's page, listen to what he has to say, and hold him to that. That's your job. As you may or may not know, the opposition position as it relates to holding the government accountable has fallen to TBN. We have not been elected, but we are selected. We still as of today's date, have more followers than any political party put together. So that represents a great amount of persons that suggest that we have a constituency. We will continue to highlight people's issues. We will talk about the good works that the government's doing, but because we have now taken an opposition position, we have to look, hear what the government is saying and hold them to that. Because you have one opposition, the opposition leader himself is of an illegal nature and would be a joke and a farce in Parliament, since he can't talk about corruption. He can't talk about illegality, and that is the main thing with governments. They have to be held accountable and ensure that they're not corrupt or continue to participate in corrupt practices. The main opposition cannot. The lesser opposition, we see what their plan is. Their plan is to make pink black pudding. So, God help us all, we have taken on the position of opposition. Not by being elected, but by being selected. Keep it real.